What's up, everybody? It's another edition of Talkin All That Kazz with me, DJ Kazzeo. That's right. This is where you find interviews that I conduct on my radio show. I isolate them, put them to a video format so you can watch them anytime, check them out, and it's basically the audio with a picture of the artist that I'm interviewing and my web address. So pretty basic, but it's a lot of interviews that people don't often get to hear sometimes because they don't have time to listen to my radio show, or they don't have time to listen to the complete 2-hour show on my Mixcloud channel. So this is isolated interview clips, and here's another one. Let's see who I'm talking to this time. In 3, 2, 1. I know you liking that beat right there.
That beat's pretty good, man.
And I know you feeling it, but
I know. Hopefully they were too, and the listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we got somebody.
We got a very special guest joining us right now. Actually taking time out of the recording studio, so we can't keep her too long. No. But Nejma Nefertiti joining us tonight. What's going on, Nejma?
Hey, peace, brother. What's good, man? Shout out to y'all for real. Thank you for having me on, and salute to everybody tuning in to that real hip hop.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. See, this is like a pro right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, young in the game, but definitely knows her stuff. So, there's probably like within the last. I should say this. You've been putting out music for a few years now, but I think in the last year or so, you've really been attacking the scene. Through projects with Napoleon the Legend, with Dysfunctional Fam,
yep.
Your own stuff. Give me a little bit of background on yourself, because I noticed a couple things. I was like, wow, that's interesting ingredients in your DNA, shall we say.
Yeah, man, definitely. I appreciate you, too, for, showing love and support and always rocking my joints and my collabs and stuff. That means everything. And, I'm not new to this. I've been doing this for a long time in different forms and stuff, different forms and fashions, different places. Even probably was a different version of myself at a lot of those times. But, like you said, in the last year, I've really just started to get into my element and my creative mode. And, I took a while learning and building up my own home studio and really learning how to record my voice to where I liked it. I used to hate the way I recorded my voice. So, it all came with the territory. I put those hours in. I earned a lot of stripes in so many different ways. And now I'm just ready to put it out there and share my soul with the people, with hip-hop culture, and just move the culture forward, contribute to it, and pass them torches and carry them torches, with strength. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's so great because you have such a unique voice, but when I hear it at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is like a straight up. She sounds like she's Puerto Rican from New York,
right.
But then I read a little bit deeper, and it's like, you're mixed with, you got some Persian in you, you got some I believe it said North Africa. How
you
did,
got it, brother.
How did all this come together? How did Nejma come to be Nejma?
Yeah, I and you got it too. Yeah, you did your homework. I'm also Indigenous American. My mother was Indigenous
right.
American. Rising power to her. She introduced me to hip hop, so I wouldn't even be doing this or talking to y'all if it wasn't for that. And I think that's another reason too to bounce back off what we was talking about. It's like I feel like I do this for her too, man, and it's sad that when people are gone, it just turns things up. But that's just what it is, man. As humans, you know what I'm saying? We feel things like that, and she introduced me to hip hop. So I went by many other names before, man. I went by the name La Única for the longest time, the only one. And actually,
right.
a brother of mine who was Puerto Rican, who I first ever recorded with, gave me that name. And I was going for that, by that for a very long time. Some of my family still call me that to this day. And people that know me when I was living on the West Coast and stuff. I went, from different names or whatever, but my actual name is Nejma Nefertiti. Nefertiti is one of my 2 middle names. The other one is Ayana. and I decided, you know what? I'm ready to step into this and really represent who I am and be comfortable with who I am, but also get uncomfortable in my craft and, show that craft respect, and the people and the pioneers and everything like that. And, it came from the roots of hip hop, so it came from the roots of me. You know what I'm saying? So I decided, to just go by Nejma Nefertiti. It had a ring to it, and it does. Nejma means star in Arabic in a feminine form, and also Nefertiti, like the Egyptian goddess. So I think it does, definitely represent my culture, like you said, North African, Iranian, and also Indigenous American and all that. So, I definitely try to I've just like step into who I am, and just like really do my thing and be authentic is what I'm trying to say.
Nice. All right, cool. And then I see that you got a lot of you had a lot, at least 3 projects I'm seeing that came out last year. And then you're in the studio now. So I noticed, some of her EPs are basically their albums for sure. They're definitely albums. So my question is, I see you said you're in the studio. So how many projects do you plan on releasing this year, or are you trying to do a full length album?
Yeah, I did like 4 projects.
That's what it was, yeah.
This past year and stuff like that. I started with The Harvest, then I came out with that was with Voltage Controller, then I did the Valley of the Queens EP, that was, distributed by Chop Herring Records. It was my first vinyl ever,
nice.
7-inch vinyl, limited edition, first woman to be the main artist, on their roster in 20 years, something that wasn't planned, but it was a huge milestone for me. And then, of course, I did the Alter Ego joint with Napoleon. That's my boy. We, worked with the youth together and everything like that, and just started connecting and doing political development to go into Rikers Island and stuff. And, we would just show mad respect. We started doing tracks, and then, we just wanted to honor it and honor our friendship and honor hip-hop with a full album. So,
awesome.
Rest in peace to Richard Dreisen, too, of Ashamed Records, who was going to put that out. But, his family was really with us and helped us and contributed to the Bandcamp campaign. And so we did, get that out on vinyl. All that stuff is still available, too. I got vinyl and CDs of that. I got vinyl of The Valley of the Queens. And then I came out with my my first solo album, and that came out on vinyl and CD. The vinyl sold out. Shout out to DJ Scrib, Botfest Records in France, man, because he went in on the vinyl with me.
Nice.
And it was just incredible, man. So that's Jane Wayne the Villain. That's my latest, and the sequel is coming soon. Everything's ready. The art, the tracks. Jane Wayne the Thriller will be the sequel. And then I did a project while I was out in Atlanta. I did an EP. What it is, I just do what I'm compelled to do. I'm not just trying to like throw stuff out there or be like, oh, I need to put something out there. If I want to do something, I just do it. I feel compelled to make the music or the work that I'm doing with others or myself, and so I do it. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't feel that, I wouldn't do it. I don't do it just to release stuff,
Nice.
This is something, it's like getting things off my chest. At the same time, it's like putting that pain and joy and everything else into the music. Showing people how alchemy works. You know what I'm saying?
No question. So, also too, you got a song out now with Indigo Phoenix, right?
Yes. Shout out to Indigo, man. That's the queen right there. That's my sis, Kismet. It's off her Ascension album. Ascension EP. And actually, Indigo's also on the sequel that'll be coming out. My next album, Jane Wayne the Thriller, produced by Cass Merck. The first one was also produced by Cass Merck, a childhood friend that, I reconnected with in the past couple years, and we were both still doing our thing, man, and it was beautiful. And he gave me a beat, and we made history and herstory from there. So Indigo is on that. It's called Vice Grip, and we did the video for her track Kismet, which is out there. It's out there online and stuff. And Copra House did that. The Seven Sisters. It came out great, man, and we vibe in person, and the energy is dope. I love working with indie, man, for real.
Well, everything you're doing right now is definitely coming through in a big way. So I look forward to what 2022 has in store for you. obviously Jane Wayne the villain. You're kind of imaging it as a comic type character.
Yes.
The persona. So I look forward to seeing what the next chapter and that is. Speaking of Jane Wayne the villain, one of my favorite songs off that album was the record you did with Destruct. How do you connect with Destruct?
Yes, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Destruct. And, let me tell you, like, we knew each other for a long time. Not, like, so well, but we knew of each other in the scene when I was living in L.A. This was, like, man, like, I don't know, 2010. And, I was doing the scene out there. I was living out there in Long Beach. I met some great people, Fox One, and, but Destruct, we knew who each other were, but we did not, really work together yet or nothing like that till now. And we did, I think Create a Path was our first joint, and we got some other joints out there on his projects that haven't been released, but I said, man, this is it's time, what I'm saying? So it started with Create a Path. We did that. We did a little lyric video and stuff. It was really dope. And then I was like, yo, let me get the brother on my album. So I asked him what's up. He was like, yo, no doubt. And, we've been communicating more and more over the years. It's just, it's the rapport. It's the rapport that you create with people, when you been doing this for a long time. It's like, sometimes people think, oh, I just came out or something. I've been, cultivating these relationships, though, in hip-hop. You know what I mean? And, it's like I don't just do random stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like there has to be something there, some kind of connection and a reason, and it has to make sense, if that makes sense to y'all. And so me and Destruct, man, like we working now and stuff, man, and we did a video for Underdogs. That's the name of the track off Jane Wayne the Villain. It was the first single that I released off of it. So yeah, the video's out there and stuff, and that's my peoples, man. And yeah, he's good people. He's very good people. I had him in my home. Part of that's in the video. We were toasting and smoking, and all that shit was real, for real.
Well, it's just the difference between formulaic and organic. That's all it is,
Right.
So
and I love the organic flow. You know what I mean? So, it's a beautiful thing. I'm really grateful. And yeah, man, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the Pasta Sauce video off the Valley of the Queens, shot by Norkin for Life. Yo, I mean, she did an incredible job, man. When I was in Atlanta recently, I did that. I did that Junkies Hip Hop Show All Night video. Shout out to them and stuff like that. And, good people got to connect. So that's why I'm even mentioning all this, too, because it's like, we got to connect with each other. You know what I'm saying? Good energy, good people, authentic, about the real work and doing it for the real reason. You know what I'm saying?
True that. So really appreciate you taking the time to call in tonight.
I appreciate y'all.
Want to make sure and let people know if they want to check out anything Nejma related, they go to nejmanefertiti.com. All the info, everything you need to know is up on there. And, I totally have been, like I said, just feeling everything you've been putting out, the last year and a half, couple of years. So what 2022 is going to bring is, I'm sure, it's going to be on fire as the rest of the stuff has been. So
yeah, man, I got some really dope surprises for y'all. So you'll see, and you'll be getting all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So you already know.
Absolutely, and of course, I'm gonna be hounding you once the next project is ready to come out. I gotta get you back on.
Oh, you already know, man. You ain't gotta hound me. Just hit me up.
I know you're probably like, oh, this guy's messaging me again. What is this?
Nah, man. It's not like you just anybody. It's like now we're creating our rapport. So
true that.
Hey, you hit me up anytime for real, because the vibes are right.
True that. All right, we're going to let you get back into the studio. We're going to jump into your track with Destruct. This one's called Underdogs, and we're going to talk to you real soon, all right?
Salute.
All right, peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.